What's up? Who we got in here? 351, 922. Randall Rhino. What's up? Cool, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be down here for a little bit, Cleveland. Be safe, boss. Kind of came down here with no real ammo. Don't really have no solid bait, but we're gonna try to get a brim or something here in a minute. Hook him on there. Got a few night crawlers. Good to see y'all. Hope everybody's having a good day. We had a pretty good day at work. A little tedious, but it wasn't that bad. Maybe so, dude. Like I said, the weather's been nice. It wasn't real hot. The only thing that worries me, water's real still. But I'm just glad I'm fishing, man. It beats the alternative, you feel me? And that's not fishing. But yeah, the next few months gonna get right down here. That's usually when it's prime time. We got Godfather. Hey, bro. Good to see ya. Yeah, Godfather. That's my buddy. They've been known to get on some big cats. Ashley Brady, what's up, girl? Good to see ya. Yeah, last time we were down here for the couples tournament, we started off hot, getting a bunch of bites, and the water was so still. We was just getting a bunch of turtles. So you just don't never know. Like I said, this water's. I usually do better fishing when there's more current, but shoot, man, I'm having fun either way. Got this little float on here. I'm gonna just goof around with it. I'm gonna throw it over here though. It's that Paula Smith. That's probably the nicest rod I've got. I might put a bail on it because I don't want it to get drug off in the drink. Until the flame burns out. There's a little breeze going. Who we got? Avid. Hey, bro. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Been rolling with Avid for a long time. I've been interacting with him for a few years on YouTube. He's one of the first ones I started talking to. Appreciate y'all coming in. We're going to try to catch a little live bait here in a minute. I'm just putting some worms out there goofing around. Never had a whole lot of luck with big cats on worms, but you don't never know. Something out there for them. Put something out there for them. See fish swirling. I do see fish swirling out there. See, they pull in the river a little bit. I said there wasn't no current, but I spoke too soon. They pulling a little bit. That might get them woke up. All right, let's try to get us some brim, some bluegill. Wouldn't mind having a skipjack, but hadn't had the great luck with them this year. Not right here. Probably could probably go up to the dam, get some, but just hadn't had a whole lot of luck catching them down off the pier down here this year. But shoot, man, that breeze feels good. What we got in here? Thunder. What's up? Cold Creek. Billy. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming in, bud. We're just down here goofing off. Appreciate y'all fishing with me today. Hope everybody's having an awesome Tuesday. I had my I was gonna go live yesterday and was running a little late. So I didn't get my gear packed up. Today I went on in and got my gear and put it in my car. And I says, I'm going today, whatever. I just want to get down here on this river, man. Chad Thomason, hey buddy. Good to see y'all. Yeah, I'd love to catch a big flathead. The best one caught off this pier, biggest flathead. That guy that was in here earlier, I don't know if Godfather's still in here. Him and his boy caught a 32 pounder down here about 3 years ago. And I caught one right at probably 25, 28 pounds back in, I think it was April. And I didn't have a good enough scale to weigh it, but there are some big flatheads around here. But there's some 60 and 80 pound fish in this river. I just hadn't got on them yet, but It's only a matter of time till somebody hooks into something massive. Biggest blue caught down here. I caught a 36 pounder one year. I've caught some 20s, a couple 25s. They're in here. Little baby breathing. I mean, they tiny. Get that. Little old baby fish. That's about what we need though. Some bait. God, they keep pecking at it. They need to go and take it down. Got him an appetite. Little old baby fish, whatever that was. Get a little more shallow. I think I can get him. There's the baby fish. Eating this thing. They just taking a little nip. I was gonna get some crickets and forgot my cricket box. Yeah, man. There you go. But worms usually do the trick when you're catching bait. All right. Yeah, thank y'all for coming in. I appreciate it. Maybe we'll get in on something. You never know. It's a pretty day though. It's real nice out here right now. Not so hot, a little bit of breeze. That breeze feels nice. I get me a little fish though. So far they just want to nibble at it. There you go. He about went down in back in the drink. We're gonna hook that bad boy on there. Put him in there for safekeeping. Yes, ma'am. That's my PB shiner. Put him right over there. Yeah, put him in the pocket. I about dropped him in the river. That'd be a good one. Wouldn't mind having a few more like that. That's a good bait. I'm gonna check this rod right here. It was getting hit early. Now, Jody, my PB is about half what yours is. Ain't yours 75? Mess with that worm. Put a little bit more on there. Oh, my. We're going to fix that pier. I about went through. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I put him right out there. I usually got a little, well, there's buckets and stuff all up there if I need one. But yeah, I put him in my pocket where I wouldn't drop him in the river. Yeah, that's right. 57. That's still really good. If I catch a 50 on this river, I'd be very happy. My buddy's cousin caught a 50-pounder or 50 plus up the river about 10 years ago, about 2 miles up the river. But I hadn't been targeting big cats, but really about 3 or 4 years. I've always fished ever since I was a toddler, but we've always just fished for little stuff and bass and brim and run trot lines when I was little. But my buddy, he was in here earlier, the Godfather, his bunch was fishing. They got him some saltwater gear and would come down here and fish for big blues and, using the heavy gear and all that heavy tackle. And that kind of got me into it. I said, if I'm going to catch something big, I need to up my game. Yep. That's how you got to do it. You get lucky every once in a while, but you got to put in the time and effort. Oh, I bet. Well, I, that's one thing about Jody that I will say and vouch for you, girl. You on the water, you put in the work and you put in the time, and it's just a matter of time till you catch something massive. You up there on that big water. So, mate, I hope this winter you get in on something. Get in on an ox, and I know you will. But a 50 is huge. If I could catch a 50-pound fish off this pier, that would be ridiculous. That's right, Chad. Yeah, we grew up, we'd fish kayaks and stuff and canoes and fish on this little river a few miles down the river a lot. And I'd piddle around catching brim and bass and stuff like that. But it wouldn't. But until about 3 or 4 years ago is when I really got into catfishing hard. Yep. Well, about 3 years ago, we come down here fishing with my buddies, and that's before I got any of these big heavy duty reels and rods. And I had a ugly stick with a Shakespeare reel on it from Walmart. It's like a $35 rig, and I was actually going to get it for my wife and put a heavier duty reel on it. And I come down here just messing around, didn't really get any real bites that whole day. And then right before I was about to pack it up, that ugly stick went down, and I had a fight on my hands. That drag on that reel was screaming, and it held up. It held up. Five in the 50s. Not bad. Not bad at all. See, I'm spoiled coming down here and just fishing right here in this area because I've got my folks got a camp up here with some cabins and stuff, and I can just come down here. There's electricity, and you know it really ain't roughing it too bad, so I can come down here after work and kind of chill out. I ain't got to go hiking or roughing it. But you going up the river, and there's some deep holes, some nice places, and if you go on down the river 10 or 15 miles, it gets into some big deep water. Uh, and there's some massive fish in there. I've seen some big ones caught when I was little, especially. Yep. No, it's a challenge. Just because you hook into them, don't mean you're gonna land them. That's what I tell people. But my theory is, and I heard Creole, muskrat, and all of them say this. Two stands. Everybody that I really started keeping up with a couple years ago and trying to get all the info I could, they said always be prepared to catch a big fish. Always have good setup, good tackle. But even though you got 80, 100-pound line, that don't mean you're going to get him in. Fish do some wild things when they get close up to a boat or a pier. And that's what's fun about it. It's a rush, man. I've hunted and fished all my life, but there ain't hardly nothing like getting a big catfish on there and landing them. But yeah, I learned so much about fishing off watching folks from YouTube. It's pitiful. I've learned so much in the last few years. Oh yeah. Well, I appreciate y'all checking it out. I got a country voice, that's for sure. But no, it's just a blessing to be able to get down here. A lot of folks don't have a good area to fish. They got to go hiking, and crawling through brush and briars, and there's a lot of that to be done around here too. But like I said, I can kind of sneak down here every once in a while and kind of got spoiled. Yeah, Chad, it's beautiful down here, man. We've got a lot of good places to fish in our state. It's another little bait fish. Them little bats are hard to hook. That's some little shiner, man. There's little chubs down there trying to get this bait. I thought that was little baby brim, but they're little old bait fish. Skipjack Cindy, what's up? Good to see you. Thanks for checking it out. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're gonna be down here a couple hours, just seeing what we can get into. We're a little couple 100 miles south of y'all. Tad bit of current, not much. It ain't as dead as it was the other day. We come down here fishing, and oh man, it was just Turtle City. The water was just so still, wasn't a whole lot happening. Turtles kept stealing my bait, and then our neighbors, their neighbor's dog, come over here and tried to steal my bait off the pier. I had some raw chicken. It come over here wanting some of it. Had to run. I had to run Bear off because I didn't want her getting into 8/0 Gamakatsu hook. Uh-oh. Now y'all seen that now. I threw that sucker right over there and it got wrapped around that rock. Mike Sampson, hey boss, good to see you. Uh-oh. Probably got a massive fish on there. Oh yeah, that got wrapped around the axe. I read something a long time ago. It says never cut what can be untied. But I didn't really feel like messing with that. So it wrapped itself around that other braid, that braided line, and tied itself in a knot. But they say fishing teaches patience, and it's not just because you're waiting on a fish. It's for when you get hung up. And that's something I do at least one or two times a trip. I hadn't thrown nothing in these tree limbs yet. It's still early. There's my buddy 351. Hey, boss, good to see you. Yeah, 351. Always looking out for me, man. I appreciate you. Good dude right there. So we just putting in a few hours down here today. You never know. I've been down here days and said, man, this perfect conditions, not get a bite. And then I came down here with 20-mile-an-hour wind and wear them out. But like I said, anytime you're able to get out and enjoy nature, that's a pretty awesome day. And I don't usually work hellacious hours, so I usually get done with work in time I can go fishing and stuff like that. In the summer, it's just so hot. It's a brutal. You about have to fish at night, but it's starting to get perfect weather. These next couple months, I'm gonna really try to get after it, get it on something massive. Sampy, that's my buddy too. Good to see you, man. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me. See if we can get this one in the water this go around. Yeah, a lot of good people out there in the fishing community. I never expected to interact with so many good people when I first started getting on YouTube. See, we didn't have internet Wi-Fi till about 4 years ago, and I had some buddies say, "Man, you need to get on YouTube and check out you know, three or four people." They named them off, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna check them out." Then I had a friend. He worked with me. His name was Kevin, and he actually passed away a couple years ago. He was a good dude, but he was a wild one. He was one of them people that just lived by his own rules. And he would always joke around and say, "I'm gonna get me a GoPro and start doing some just wild videos, taking my boat off in the crazy unknown places and stuff like that." And, so I kind of got that idea from him. I had some like gardening videos and stuff like that on YouTube. And then I started really getting into catfishing and kind of all went from there. But yeah, I never thought I'd meet all the cool folks and get all the knowledge that I've got. And I still got a lot to learn. Don't get me wrong, but if it wouldn't have been for a lot of people on YouTube, I'd still be uh, pretty much a beginner. But yeah, I got a I don't know the name of it. I'll get it in a minute. It's a it's called a PS 700, and it's solar powered and it's got a light. And I've got my phone out without it right now, and it's on 85. Usually, when it gets about at 80, I'll plug this up, and it'll last probably 2 or 3 hours, maybe more, before it even gets past the bar. But shout out to my boy 351. He hooked me up with this a few months ago. Like I said, he literally sent this to me through the mail, and I've been using it ever since. So shout out to you, buddy. This is an awesome deal right here. Like I said, I've had my phone plugged up to it for 3 or 4 hours, and it don't even go past 2 bars. I'm not real tech savvy. I mean, oh, there he is. He was running with it. I'm not super tech savvy. I don't know a lot of about them, but that one's so far it's worked great, and it's solar power. I'm gonna do a little night fishing soon. I've got a cool light, uh, and it's a power bank. I'm gonna set it up down here and get it going. But yeah, I'd come down here live, man. I'd have my phone charged up full blast, and then within like an hour and a half, it'd start just sucking the battery down. And I was going to try to order one offline, and I mentioned something on the live. I said, "Man, I'm gonna get one next payday or whatever." Next thing I know, I had one in the mail. So that was a true blessing right there. Oh yeah, bros. Thank you, man. But yeah, there's other ones out there, I'm sure, but that one works fine for what I do. But I hope everybody's having a real good day. Anybody doing any fishing this week? Anybody planning on going? Guess we get a takedown. Well, look at there. Turned away and got my worm. Mad Cat's getting bumped. Something nibbling on that worm on that mad cat. Yeah, Randall, you are. You are styling. Hey, I appreciate y'all checking in. Like I said, man, it's awesome to have y'all hanging out with me. It's fun fishing by yourself, but when you got other people enjoying it, conversating, all that, it's hard to beat. I'm gonna I'm gonna leave it on here. If one of them goes down, y'all jump up and get it. Check bait on that other rig. Yeah, the rod on the left's got night crawlers on it, and it got tapped. Something small hit it. I'm gonna check that bait here in 15 minutes or so. That's right, baby. That's right. Murillo, good to see you, buddy. Appreciate y'all coming in, hanging out with me. Hope y'all are having a good day, my friend. We're just out here piddling around. You know you want to go on and take it. There you go. Oh, another chunk. Another bait fish, and that other one's getting slammed. Let me put this over here. Worm's getting hit. I'm gonna put that other bait fish on that Paul Smith here in a minute. He might be on there. I don't know. It's probably a real small fish, but I don't want to. I don't want to mess up. It'd be a flatty, but it's probably just a small one. I'm about to see if I can hook into him here in a minute. At least they bite a little bit. there's something biting on it. I don't know if it's big or small. I guess small. But golly, there's some all kind of action going on right now. There's fish swirling out here. Let me put this chub on here. I got demon dragons on the other two. I just got a peg float. Golly, that hook's sharp. Peg float on here. Put that out there and see what happens. Doing pretty good on the bait fish though. I set out to catch some bluegill and ended up catching them two little shiners or whatever. Them ain't shiners. Them are like kind of like, I don't know what they are really. I don't want to call them something they're not. But they're not a golden shiner. Carp sucker, I think is what they're called. Something like that. Carp sucker. This one was getting tapped, and I didn't want to mess up my flathead, but I bet you it was just a little channel pecking on that worm. If it don't get hit here in the next few minutes, I'll check the bait on it. I got the one of them hooked on that Paula Smith with that spinning reel on it on a peg float, pretty shallow, but it's floating real close to the bank. I might have to put a little split shot on it or something here in a minute, kind of keep it right off the bank. And then we got us another live bait on the Uncle Lou. Like I said, we got some night crawlers over here. But right over here, I'll show you. There's a mouth of a little creek that runs out right here. And fish always hang out right around in there. And that's where we usually catch all the flatheads. It goes from like 3 foot to like 15 or 20 feet. And that's usually if we ever catch a good flatty, they're right over in here. So that's where I got that one. And then you got about 10 foot, 15 foot, and about 25 foot out in the channel. And then over here, it's pretty shallow where that float is. So a little mixture of bait and a mixture of approaches. I'm gonna go grab me a drink real quick, and if y'all see one of them go down, just grab it. Actually, I'm gonna hook my power pack up. I'm on 79%, so put this bad boy up. Like I said, thanks again for y'all checking it out, hanging out with me a little bit. Maybe we'll get in on something. Oh. Some shad out there schooling. That's good. Good sign. Steve Ransom. What's up? Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming in and checking it out. We're going for it today, boys and girls. I'm about to check this one. I have a feeling it got bait ripped off of it, but we'll find out here in a minute. He was just down there hanging out. Baby Blue. Hooked me though. He about finned me and about hooked me. I figured he was down there pecking on it. I didn't know he was on there, but he barely was hooked. So, let him grow a little bit. In about 6 years, that'll be a big boss. We're gonna put him back in the drink though. Let him grow. Pretty fish though. He was just down there chilling. Rowdy Royal, what's up, my man? Long time no see. Appreciate you coming in. All right, let's put him back in there. Made a big splash. Yeah, he was over there pecking on that, and then I guess he was just kind of savoring the flavor. He really didn't swallow the hook. Luckily, I hate when they get that hook. Them little ones get that hook way down in there. Hard to get it. Let's put it back out there. We'll pressure that one. Put it back out there. Yeah, old boy about finned me. He's mad. He did fin me a little bit. I feel it. He nicked me a little bit. I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story. Tell you a real funny story. When we were younger, like I was probably like 8 years old, 10 years old. Uh, we used to run trot lines, and we caught a fish about like that on trot line. And my dad was taking him off the hook, and it finned him through his meat of his hand right here, and the fin come out the other side, and he couldn't pull it out. And he said, "Dan, get that knife and try to cut that fin where I can pull this fish out." And I went for it and freaking sliced his thumb open, so he had double damage. And we had to paddle the boat over there, and he had to get some pruning shears and cut that fin off that catfish. He had to go to the ER, because it was pretty nasty. But that sucker, yeah. Thunder remembers. That's my brother right there. He was with us. That was brutal. So just because them little fish are little funny looking babies, don't mean they can't mess you up. And then I've got some friends out in Texas. I wasn't there, but I heard they were fishing over there one time and toward the coast, and somebody dropped a gaff top, and the fin went down and went through the top of their foot. They had flip flops on. Yeah, Cleveland, he was. Yeah, 351. He was hurting. I ain't gonna lie. He's a pretty tough old boy, but when that fish fin went through his hand, he was hurting. Nature's fury. Yeah, you know it, Steve Ransom. Yeah, that one was just chilling. See what's going on with this real quick. Right there. Yeah, we were just young boys, and like I said, we used to run trot lines and stuff a lot when we were young with my dad, and there were some dudes growing up that's what a lot of what they did for side money is go catch big fish and sell them, and eat them and stuff. But when I started really getting into catfishing, I started throwing the big ones back. Anything over 8 or 10 pounds, I throw back, and a lot of the little ones I'll throw back unless we just want them to fry up some fish. Gray Wolf Outdoors, Homestead. Hey, brother, good to see you, my man. Appreciate you coming in. That means a lot, man. Means a lot. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today. Beautiful day. Hope everybody's doing awesome. We got one fish so far, and we're looking for more. River's real still. We had a little bit of current. There's still a little bit. It's not dead still. So we're gonna put in a couple more hours to see what happens. Thinking about putting a weight on this float though, because it keeps drifting over by the bank, and it ain't but about a foot deep over there. But we'll try to maybe catch a little bluegill or something. Gray wolf, we got one little blue cat. He wasn't but about a pound, and he was very small, but it was fun to see a fish, that's for sure. Now we need one about 45 pounds. I don't know if I got any big little split shots to hold that down. I might just put a weight on here real quick. Let me get my tackle box. Yeah, and that's another thing I was going to say earlier. One thing I really like about YouTube is there's people from all over the country, man. You got people from every different state just about representing, different fish, different species, different ways of fishing. That's what I like, man. That's what I like. Some variance, because I don't just catfish. I like catching anything, but you got folks from all different places, even different countries. Martin and a few others from over across the pond. That's what get. That's what I like, man. A lot of different folks out there. Oh, something big's out there chasing a big old brim around. That's a good sign. Fish are moving. That's encouraging. I'll put this on there, and I'll probably just leave that peg float. It'll maybe kind of float off the bottom a little bit. Who knows? Try different things, see what happens. Put a little 1 ounce sinker on there. Yeah, there was something massive flopping over there a minute ago, chasing some brim around. Big flatty baby. There's some big bass in this river too, but I'd much rather have a flat or a blue. I like catching them blues. I like them big blue babies. I didn't leave myself enough room to work with. That glare is getting to me too. Live bait ain't too live anymore, but maybe something will hit it. We'll throw it out there. Gray Wolf, you doing good, brother. Hey, keep up the good work. Man, I'm riding with you on that, brother. You hang in there, my friend. Cool. 922 crappie barbecue. Now, 922. Are you down there in the bayou? You down there in Louisiana, man? Or I could be wrong. I could probably got that mixed up. J&S. One little blue cat, about a pound so far. At least we hadn't skunked, but we hadn't got nothing worth really talking about yet. Appreciate you coming in here, though, boss. Yes, sir. Excellent. Oh, yeah. I got mixed up. For some reason, I was thinking the other day when you was wearing them crappie out, you was down there on Mississippi or something. That's my fault, buddy. Yeah, Louisiana is hotter than Alabama. That's bad. No, Thunder, there ain't much going on. Not many boats today. I'm glad too. Wouldn't mind old barge kept rolling through though, stirring the mud up a little bit. Want to see a big tape down. Thinking about chopping one of them fish up. Probably what I'll do. Thinking about chopping, chop, whatever a little bit. Because they didn't live. He's still kicking a little bit. I'm gonna put him out of his misery though, man. I'm gonna chunk him up a little bit. Yeah, I've been 2 places uh, on this earth that were hotter than Alabama, and that is Texas, and I've been to Port St. Lucie, Florida. And I will say I wouldn't want to live in either of them places. I hadn't done much time in Louisiana, but well, I've been to Louisiana, but it wasn't hot. But it gets brutal down there too, man. So yeah, this is about all I could stand. We get enough 90, 100-degree weather here. Let me grab my lid. That damn stand at his local lady doc been on the water, but here lately it's been hard to find them. 5 years off the manhole. That's true. That's true, brother. Size matters. Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, we got one little blue, about a pound, pound and a half. Pretty small little fish. Got a couple good bait fish out there sitting on bottom. Got some demon dragons hooked up. Got one bait over there floating. Um, we had some current earlier. River was moving a little bit, but it's kind of slowed down. It's kind of dead right now. But we having fun nonetheless. Appreciate you coming in, man. Means a lot, really does. I appreciate everybody. Even if there's just one or two people in here, that gets me fired up, man. I used to would come down here and try to make videos and edit them and do all that editing and try to hit record when I caught fish and stuff like that. And man, it was just taking all the fun out of it. So I started going live, and that's where it's at for real. Oh, there he is, Johnny Small Pepper. Good to see you, brother. I don't know how you do it. I saw you eat them primatalis the other day. That's out of this world, buddy. Props to you, man. That is something serious. Thanks for stopping in, brother. Thanks for all the support. You good dude, man. We just out here goofing off, trying to catch a few fish. Mainly just hanging out. Yeah, do it up, Johnny. I appreciate you, boss. You the man. I told my brother the other day, I said he wouldn't believe I got a video of a guy eating those primatalis, and I don't understand how you can do it, brother. But I had a Carolina Reaper a couple years ago, and it was really all I could handle. It took me to my limit mentally and physically. I like hot stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'll try just about anything, but I'm not a heavyweight. I can't handle some of that stuff. My wife got me that chip, the Pocky chip. It wasn't that bad, but that's nothing compared to some of those fiery peppers. That's right. Yeah, Reapers are hot. Funny thing about that is, um, like we discussed, in my opinion, it depends on how hot the summer is and how hot the conditions were as the pepper was growing. I've got some friends up in Indiana that I hunt with and stuff and visit with every year. I go up there usually, and a lot of them are Amish, so they're like expert gardeners, and they got some hot weather up there, and they let me try a couple of their peppers. They had a real hot summer. I brought some of them home. I tasted a little piece of one while I was up there, and man, uh, it roasted me just that little piece. So when I got back home, I got my wife to video me eating pretty much the whole thing. I didn't eat all the core of it, but I ate pretty much all that pepper. And within about 2 or 3 minutes, I was at my limit. I had to go for the milk. Pocky, yeah. The what's funny about the Pocky is I tried to go I tried to go a long time without drinking or eating anything, and I was talking a big game for those first 5 minutes, but it continued to burn, but nothing like that Reaper. And then last year I grew some Apocalypse Scorpions, and they were hot. They were right there with that Reaper, but still not as hot. They had a good flavor, but they were just really they were so hot I didn't even try to grow any this year, man. But that Apocalypse Scorpion, it's up there. Appreciate you coming in, boss. Yeah. Oh Lord, 351 done shared it out. Oh, I was in pain that day. I ain't gonna lie. I had to go for the milk. My wife was filming, and now there's two episodes. There's one I do a Carolina Reaper, and it roasted me. Now that Apocalypse Scorpion, I hung in there with it. It was rough, but I hung in there with it. Appreciate y'all. Oh, big blue cat. Go. Steve Lowe. Long time no see, brother. Good to see you. Yeah, Thunder. Hey, you're smart, man. I've always tried to try new things, and dude, I had a when we were younger, my dad had a buddy that's in the military, and he always would come over and cook and grill, and real nice guy. He's one of my best buds. And when I was about 6 years old, they got me to try Tabasco sauce, and it was over with after that. I was hooked on the hot stuff. They thought it'd burn me up or something, but I actually kind of like oh Hondo. Yeah, it's good to have all y'all in here today. No joke. I appreciate y'all. A lot of good people out in the community. Yeah, oh, that's a bad one. A lot of good, a lot of cool, unique folks out there, multi-talented people. That's one thing I've learned about uh, catfishing community. A lot of people catch massive fish, great anglers, and most of them are tradesmen, musicians. Just real unique people. So it's a pretty cool group of friends. I'll give them that. We need a big blue though. Oh shoot! That was smallmouth when they're good fight on that 6 pound dead. Yeah, I threw this worm out there and something. Yeah, looked pretty big. Big for this setup at least. Ooh, strip and drag here. Woo! That's a nice one. Shell cracker, baby. Look at that. That's a fun fight on this little light gear. Pretty little shell cracker. Oh, that's red here. Yeah, red here. He just lost a lot of his color. All right. Oh, baby. Yeah, you know it. Cut it up and put it in the frying pan. They ain't really messing with that other bait. I'm gonna put that brim on. See what we can do. We wouldn't get no bites on that one. Fishing on credit. Let's see what we can do, man. Look, get a big one on the blue rock. That's a little shallow. Try that again. Well, we got some good cut bait out there, so we'll give it another hour or so. We got a little while till dark. See what happens. Scroll back up. Yeah, we got some heavy hitters in here today. We got 17 people watching. I appreciate y'all. Means a lot, man. Means a lot. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Ashley B, back for more. We caught one fish. You might have been in here. I don't know. But we got one little blue. And then a couple little bait fish. And then we got that brim. I'm going to retire the bait rig for now. So far, all our hits have been on worms, night crawlers. But the last two big boys I caught down here was on brim. So we'll see. Never know. Get y'all a little closer to the action. Yeah, there we go. Yes, sir. Jody, that's my girl. Uh-oh. I think it broke. The handle turns, but not the cap. I missed something. Avid said, where's the heavy hitters? Oh, heavy hitters. I think I said that earlier. Hell, there ain't no telling what I was talking about. Champions. Champions of life. Oh, me. Yeah, boy. Living the dream out here right now. Oh, big baby. I guess I missed something. Jody, what you doing, girl? You cooking something in the crock pot? I'll be right back. Mosquitoes are starting to eat me up. I'm gonna get a little bug spray. If one of them goes down, y'all grab it. Yeah, Nat, it's good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. Couple new folks in today. I appreciate everybody. Like I said, if there's only one or two people that come in live, check it out. That's awesome. So we've had about 20 people in it all day, all evening. So y'all really must be bored because we ain't catching many fish. It is some good scenery though. What we got in here? Fields to water. Good to see you, my friend. Always good to see that guy. I don't care what nobody says. Chad's a good dude. Appreciate y'all. That's right. There's plenty of it. Shoot, I thought about taking a dip in the water earlier. It was a little warm when I got down here. I thought about taking a little dip. Getting about too late to start jumping in the old river though. Get in there today, it'd feel nice. Get in there and take you a little bath. Man, never know. I might fall in before it's over with. Yeah. Nah. Like we were talking about earlier, there's a lot of really awesome folks out there. And I do appreciate each and every one of them. We out here having fun, man. Usually we fishing, we trying to catch big fish, but we mainly just having a good time, enjoying nature. That's what it's all about. I had to do some fishing today. I was chomping at the bit. Kind of wishing I'd have brought my light now, though. Maybe could have put in another couple extra hours, but we still got some time. I've got a good light set up now, so whenever we probably in the next month or so, when it cools off a little bit and the water gets right, we'll do a little night fishing. Yeah, Jody, that's usually my situation. When it's real hot, I'll get in there, and I have fallen in few months ago we were fishing down here, and my wife was fishing with me, and her rod went down, and I was gonna go grab it just out of instinct, and I remembered, hey, that's her rod. Let her get her fish, and I made a bad step and stepped off in the water, and there's like a stop sticking up where the old pier was. I went down in the mud. It wasn't deep, but I sat in a bunch of mud. It wasn't that cold. And then a few months ago, I went fishing, and the first time I used one of my demon dragons, I threw it out, and it got hung on a log, and I was determined not to break it off, so I freaking swam out there and got it, threw it out there again, and it got hung again. But yeah, I'm old. I grew up on the river. We used to ski and inner tube and swim, and uh, I don't know if you could call me a river rat, but I ain't far from it. I love being down here. Like I said, me and my brothers and dad, my family grew up on this river ever since I was a little kid. So if anybody ever wants to come visit, y'all are welcome. I'll show you around. Ooh, what we got here? Paula Smith rod's getting back. Big blue. Left him on there. Getting hit. Might have jumped the gun a little bit on that one. I think it was just a small fish. They were messing with it though. You could tell where they'd hit that little carp sucker. We catch darter fish. Sorry, I can't catch darter fish in the river. You're a really neat fish. Darter fish. Sound like a barracuda or something? Yeah, 351 says, yeah, I've seen you fall in on live and swim out to retrieve. Hung rig on live, never know what we'll see you do, man. Yeah, yeah, there ain't no telling what you'll see me do. I try to keep it pretty PG, but uh, desperate times call for desperate measure. I just hate breaking off expensive gear and lures for a lot of reasons. Now, if it's like something dangerous, like, you're going to put your life in danger, I'm not going to go in after something. But if it's like 5 or 6 foot deep, I'm going to wait out there. And I just, my luck, first thing I tie on, I'll throw it out there and get hung, and it just grinds my gears. Sometimes I notorious for getting hung up. Who we got? I saw a polar bear. Yeah. What's up, polar bear? Good to see you, my bro. Appreciate you, man. That's another one I've been talking to for a long time on YouTube. Ashley B. They lay flat on the bottom of rock rivers. I'll have to check that out. It darts this way and darts that way. I heard that. Now let me ask you something. Are them darter fish good eating? Stand 3, what's up, boss? That's a heavy hitter right there. What's up? We going for some blue cats and some flatheads. Just goofing around. So far, we got one little blue. We've had a couple small takedowns, nothing major. I've got some cut bluegill out there and a little carp sucker hooked on. Okay, tiny fish. Old mosquitoes starting to swarm a little bit. Yeah, appreciate you stopping in. Appreciate everybody out there. Like I said, man, it means the world. Y'all hanging out with me. Hope y'all enjoy some of the scenery. Let's take you on a little tour. Yes, sir, it is, Stan. It is a beautiful day. It's cooled off. It's nice. The only thing keeping it from being absolutely perfect would be a little bit of current flowing, but I'm not gonna complain. I'm down here enjoying myself. Like I tell them all, you just don't never know. You got to put something out there for them. I've been down here a lot of days, not get a bite, and then all of a sudden you got a big fight on your hands. So you just it's just a dice roll, man. Y'all know that more than anybody. Appreciate you, man. Red bellied darter is what I use for crop. Cool. Oh, so a darter is like a bait fish. Oh, mosquitoes are getting amped up. Oh, cool. That's what's up, Ashley. Yeah, I try not to use more than I need. Like, if I'm not gonna if I'm not gonna use them, I don't want to catch up a bunch of them and freeze them or trap them or something. You know, like like that bluegill earlier. I cut him up, but I'm not gonna just catch like 20 of them and hoard them up, and let them go to waste. Okay. Coyote says they're protected on Locust Ford. I got you. Well, if I catch one, I'll be sure and throw him back in. Y'all got y'all. It says Polar Bear got you a puppy. What you got, big boss? Lance McCoo guy, the cool guy. Good to see you, my man. Talk about catching a variety of species. Lance is always catching some cool fish, man. I appreciate you stopping in, my brother. A miniature poodle. There you go. Hey, I like them all, shapes and sizes. I got two mutts, and they're pretty good. They my buddies. It's awesome. Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. Um, I was saying earlier, there's people out there in the community, fishing community, from all over the U.S. You got people from the South, Midwest, West Coast, North, East Coast. It's a mixed bag, and that's what's really cool about it. Good to hang out with people from all over, man. That had me moving quick. That rod had a bow in it there for a minute. Something nailed that. Something nailed it. Thought he was about to have a big battle on our hands. Ooh, that's probably a big blue. Sometimes them bells will get you a little nervous, but I got one over there. I ain't really paying a lot of attention to it, but I looked over there and that rod was getting nailed there for a minute. Dan, you wave, Randall. I had a fish tank, had a ton of local species in it. Don't put a bullhead in your tank. Yeah, that's true. Dan, you was the first person at CatCon knows me. Hadn't met before. Oh yeah. Hey, I'll tell you a little story. Um, I wasn't really planning on going to CatCon. We had a lot going on that week, but that that Saturday, or actually that Friday night, I told my wife, I'm like, hey, if you don't mind me borrowing the minivan, I'm gonna take it up to Louisville. You know, if y'all don't need it, because my little car, it would have took like forever to get up there. I'll wait till this party barge goes by, and I'll tell y'all the rest. There he is. Look at him go. Get it going. Maybe he'll churn up a few fish. a little small pontoon. That's about something like I'd like. That's right. That was real. But anyways, yeah, I got up at where I went to work Friday. Fan was sprayed up. So I hit 65 wide open. Headed up to CatCon. Didn't know what to expect. You know, I had a little extra money I'd saved up. I was going up there to buy some rods and some rods. All three of these I'm fishing with today. I got up there. But I got up there and yeah, I met a lot of people and I got to talking to Polar Bear. Super nice dude. I mean, like, uh, got to chatting with him, and I says, man, wandered around a little bit. Got to see about, I'm guessing 20, 25 people that I've been talking to on YouTube, and everybody up there was just as cool as grits, man. I went up there to get some fishing gear, but that wasn't even the best part. Getting to talk to everybody and getting to hang out with everybody for them couple hours, that was truly a blessing to me, man. Not sure I'll make it up there this year, but like I said, that was one of the best things I've done all year. Just going up there and hanging out with folks, talking. I got to see a lot of folks and chat with them. And yeah, old Polar Bear, I appreciate you, man. I've been riding with you a long time too. So I appreciate you, man. Uh-oh, watch out now. Watch out. That ain't Jody pulling up here, is it? Jody, that ain't you on the platoon, is it? He's coming. Whoever it is coming back. Yeah, I got to see Pontoon Jody. You talk about a doll right there. That's my girl. One thing I'll say about Jody though, all joking aside, she gets on some big fish. She don't just talk the talk. She walks the walk. She puts fish in the boat. She's always out there on the water. Good angler. Wears them out. Like I said, a lot of cool people out there, man. But just it's a blessing to get to meet people from different regions and stuff. I got you. Jody said she may move to Alabama. Well, come on down. Come down here. Tennessee ain't much different than Alabama. They good people up there too. We live in north central Alabama, so we're still about an hour and a half from Tennessee line. I can get to um, I can get to Nashville in about 3 hours. I can hit 65 and roll. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get up there to Tennessee and fish soon. May have to come up there and fish with my buddy Jody one of these days. Let let her show me how it's done. Oh, mosquitoes are just having a feeding frenzy. The bite's over. Yeah, need to. Now, I think my wife and them's gonna go up to Gatlinburg sometime this fall, and I told her, I says, if I go up there on the way back, I'm gonna come fish with y'all. But I just kind of joking around. I don't even know if I'll be able to go. I might have to stick around here. Florida was a trip for me 3 weeks ago. Atlanta was happy. Yeah, Florida's a good road for you, polar bear, especially if you went way down the past the panhandle. I hadn't been to Florida in years, probably 12 or 15 years. The only traveling I've done is north. I've went to Indiana about every year for the last 4 years, and then I went to Tennessee. Well, I went to Atlanta for a little concert a few months back, but I hadn't went to Florida in a long time. We used to go down there a lot and hang out, but just too expensive to go down there and stay on the beach, really. Yeah, yeah, Chattanooga or Kingston. Yeah, that's what I was telling them. I said on my way back, I was gonna go hang out with them like a day, and then on my way back, fish up there. I can be at I can be at Gunnersville in about an hour, and I can be at Wheeler in about an hour and 20 minutes. I'll try to hit them up soon. Like I said, I get spoiled coming down here and fishing because I got a place I can put my gear and hook up electricity. If I wanted to camp out here all night, I could go in there and uh, bed down or whatever. So and plus, this is close to where I grew up. I've got family down here still, and a lot of times after work, I'll come down here and check on them and do a little fishing. It's just a real nice setup. This has always been a really, really cool place to hang out and fish. We grew up down here. Uh-oh, watch out now. You need to come north to Wisconsin. I'd love that, man. I'd love to go up north and fish. Maybe one day, bud. Furthest north I've been is Montgomery, Indiana. Jody, if I move there, I'll go from Huntsville, Tennessee to Huntsville, Alabama. Yeah, I know. I've got family up around Huntsville. It's a really cool city. A lot going on. It's a booming place. It's growing. There's some great school systems up there. A lot to do, and that's about an hour north of us. Pretty chill. But every time I've been to Tennessee, everybody's treated me right. Lot of good folks up Tennessee. I done some work up there a few years ago, and everybody was super cool. Old mosquitoes are getting rowdy. Ooh, spinning reel setup keeps getting pecked. I'm waiting for it to go down. gonna give it a few more minutes. We're gonna give it about 30 more minutes. I gotta head. I gotta head back shortly. I gotta get up at pretty early in the morning. We're gonna do some night fishing here soon, though. I know one thing about Wisconsin though. I've never been up there, but I know during the fall and winter it gets pretty bitterly cold. I like cold weather, but I don't know if I could handle it up there around them Great Lakes. I know it gets pretty frigid. Ashley B, you do that. If you get you a food truck, you be sure to come by my house and I'll hook you up. I'll give you a lot of business. Food truck's a guilty pleasure of mine. You got you a good taco truck, I'm gonna spend about half my paycheck on it. Come on, big blue cat. We need something. Need a big takedown. Yeah, I've saw you out there like in frigid weather fishing for them, man. That's what's up. Much respect to you, bro. I like uh I like seeing folks get out in the elements and tough it out. I try to do a lot of fishing in cold weather, and sometimes it gets to that point where you almost wonder if it's worth it or not. But cool weather is usually when I get in on the big boys. Oh my, stand three. One of the reasons I married my wife. Food daily. You lucky, buddy. Mm, I I love that kind of food. Not exactly sure uh, Colombian recipe, but I could imagine it would be some fire. I like a lot of Mexican food and stuff like that. I do a lot of cooking, and I incorporate a lot of that into my you know, cooking, South America stuff like that. Let's see what we got. Singing food truck. So, yeah, Ashley can sing. She's got a great voice. I heard you sing few weeks ago. You got a beautiful voice. Yeah, a lot of good people in here, man. Well, that's what I was talking about earlier. Not only is there a lot of good anglers in this community, there's a lot of talented folks out there with a lot of talent in different areas. Singers, chefs, craftsmen, you know, artists, stuff like that. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, thank y'all, man. Pleasure's mine. Like I said, all the thanks is to y'all, bro. Y'all always hang out with me, even if we ain't catching no fish. And I appreciate that more than anything. Y'all just hanging out and keeping me company. And every once in a while we get in on a good fight. Right now all we getting is mosquitoes. like I said, when it cools off a little bit toward the end of October, November, um, we get us some rain. This water starts getting rolling a little bit. We're gonna come down here and wear them out. Get in on another beefy boy. I got a couple good ones in March and April. This summer I hadn't really put in the work. I went bank fishing a few times and struck out, caught a little few dinks, but I'm wanting to get in on something real big. If I could get me a 50, I'd be real pumped up. There's plenty of them in here. Chrissy B. Hey, Chrissy Brown. Good to see you. Oh, you're fine. I know how it is. I'm usually busy too. Actually, I'm always into something during the day, whether it be work or the kids or the garden. Dale Haslet. So I understand. I just appreciate y'all taking the time out hanging out with me. Yeah. Yeah, Sampy, there you go. Appreciate you, boss. Scrolling up through this chat. A lot of good folks in here. Still 18 people watching. I appreciate it, man. Been a pretty good crowd this evening. Means a lot. I hate that we hadn't got in on any big fish, but we'll see. Hey, we got some trash talk coming from fantasy football team. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Waiver wire is my forte, baby. I'm always on that waiver wire. Before I went live, I was on there scrolling through, trying to get the next diamond in the rough. Appreciate you coming in, man. That's my boy right there. Yeah, I'm gonna get on that waiver wire tonight. I'm gonna be up late grinding. Yeah, that's one of my buddies. We in a pretty intense fantasy football league. We've been doing it for like 15 years, so we talk a lot of trash. Yeah, yeah. Shit, you gonna have to come fishing with me, boss, real soon. This is kind of spur of the moment deal today, but we gonna get down here. You bring the kiddos down here. We'll link up and before it gets too cold. And if you can't come down there, we'll go raid one of the farm ponds up my way and wear out some brim. Oh, appreciate that. We ain't gonna put in a lot of time. We're gonna probably roll out in about 30 minutes. I got to get home and get a few things together. I got to be up pretty early in the morning. I'm gonna set the alarm for about 4:30 in the morning, so we'll roll soon. Appreciate you coming in, though, my boy. Means a lot. Yeah, I'll see you in there. Yeah, that's right, man. Hey, is if you're out enjoying nature, there ain't nothing better. It's peaceful, and you can just clear your mind and hang out. That's hunting or fishing. It don't matter if you ain't even really seeing nothing. You're out there taking it easy, getting a break from all the hustle and bustle. Now, don't get me wrong, I love YouTube and football and sports and stuff like that, but there's nothing like just hanging out down here. You never know what you might see or catch. Yeah, that's what's up. Taught my wife to cook. and man the grill. Not bad. Well, Jody, anybody can learn to cook. Anybody can learn to cook. I learned how to cook. Took a lot of practice. See, I like to eat. These mosquitoes are wearing it out. No, yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you don't have to be religious to enjoy that kind of stuff because when it all boils down to it, the way I look at it, man, is if you're always on your phone or you're always on social media or worrying about somebody else or on Facebook, there's nothing wrong with that. But you're living your life through somebody else. But once you get out and really experience uh, what this world has to offer, I'm talking about nature. You're really living, and when you're uh, you know rigging up your rigs and getting your bait, catching fish, even if you like to eat fish, which we do, you clean them and cook them, prepare them, feed your family, or if you hunt, same thing. That's living, man. And that's what I appreciate. There's so much out there. You can just run up to the fast food restaurant and grab a burger or whatever, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like when you really get out and live your life, like humans have done for tens of thousands of years, that's living, man. And it makes you appreciative. So I hear that, bud. Y'all funny, man. I love y'all. I like to cook now. I grew up with my around my grandparents, and they that's where I learned to cook a little bit, and then I got grown and started getting my own recipes. Shoot, I can cook a little bit. I like to throw down. Like I said, I like to eat. Well, I guess what we got about 7 o'clock was muskrat coming on at 7, or is that 8? Creole. When does the Mississippi River rats come on? That's funny. Ooh, perch. Yeah, that sounds really good. Better cheddars. Yeah, they easy to cook. All you gotta do is put them on a stick and hold a big lighter up there. Shoot, I eat them. I eat anything. Don't eat me first. I ain't picky. I'll try anything once. I've even ate sashimi out of this river before. Old boy dared me to eat some raw bass when I was about 20. Wasn't that bad. Tastes just like something you get at the Asian restaurant. Wasn't that bad. Don't know how it affected me in the long run, but it tasted good. Yeah, I figured the mosquitoes would be deterred by this bug spray, but like about everything around here, they're mutants. They don't even care. The little bass and stuff jumping like wild though. No cat action. Might stay down here at midnight and get on something, but we're gonna have to roll out here in a few. I gotta pack up and head north. I got about a 40-minute drive, so here in a few we'll probably Peace out. Yeah, buddy. Take y'all on one more ride. I was hoping we'd get in on a big boy, but hey, we caught a few fish. Can't complain. Got to hang out with some good folks. Spam. Ain't nothing wrong with spam. Wear it out, Lance. Eat a piece for me, big boss. But I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. I really do. It means a lot. We're gonna start easing back up there and putting our gear up, and we're gonna head on back up to the house. I'm gonna leave the camera rolling for a minute in case we get a takedown there. Y'all just talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. If one of them rods goes down, y'all grab it. So. Ooh, thought y'all was gonna grab it. Let me get it, huh? He was going down river with it, boys and girls. Fish on, fish on. Fourth quarter, baby, fourth quarter. There you go. Oh, baby. Come on, baby blue. Show yourself. Woo! Got in that other rig. That's about my luck right there. Walked up to the car, put some gear up, and there he went. I know y'all probably can't see him, but we're going to get him up here in the light. Eee! Pretty good blue. Yeah, boy. They starting to hit now. Oh. Lie down. All right. Yeah, I walked up to the car, about to put some gear up, and here he comes. So y'all stayed in there with me long enough to see a decent fish. I don't know if you can see him. Pretty good blue cat right there. Yeah. Nah, that would be some good stuff. Yeah, that's about my luck. Stay down here watching them rods for all evening and then they hit. But it's right here at dark. It's crunch time. But he ain't no monster. I know y'all can't really see him that good, but we're gonna chunk him back in the water. Bye bye, buddy. Pretty good takedown. Like I said, I come down here and he was going downriver. I'm gonna uh, I'm gonna end it on that note. If I was smart, I'd stay down here, fish a little bit more. Baby blue, that's about I'd say 15 pounder, 12 pounder. We're gonna get him back in the water though. Peace. Yeah. Shoot, yeah, man. I didn't have my light rigged up. I almost brought my light today, and I says, "Well, I ain't gonna stay past dark." But that's when they usually turn it on. He hit that cut bluegill. Hey, I'm gonna peace out. Like I said, um, before it gets super dark, I wasn't prepared to get no light going, but we did get on pretty good blue just then, and I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Right there at 0 hour, he decided he wanted to make his face shown. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I know it's low light, low vis. We're gonna get set up a little bit better next time for some night fishing. At least we got a decent fish, and I'm glad I got back down here for you. Got too far gone, but y'all be blessed, and I'll see y'all soon. God bless y'all. Peace out.